Hi everybody, Jim Godey again, out here in a park with my FT Aviator joystick controller and my Phantom 4 Pro. And today I'm going to try a different method of holding things together, different than what I did in my first video. The first video I used a shoulder-based harness to hold the controller, and that worked okay. The harness is comfortable enough, but it's still a little bit awkward because the controller is fairly heavy and it's hanging around, kind of flopping around on you. So I was looking at alternatives. I did notice that there was a Phantom 4 controller specific bracket that you could put on a tripod, but it's like 50 bucks, a little bit expensive, and it's specific to the Phantom 4 controller, so it's not going to work with a Mavic or something different. And I was looking for something a little more generic. So I found this shelf. It's a tripod-oriented shelf, which you can see right here, that's primarily used for holding laptops and stuff like that. So I got that, and it looks like it might actually work pretty good. So we're going to give it a try. There's two reasons I want to use it. One is if it's stable on a single platform like a table. Another one is the ability to walk around with the FT Aviator itself without being encumbered with being attached to something. So we'll be looking at how the Bluetooth works on that. So with that, we're going to give it a try. Okay, so I booted up the controller, I booted up my FT Aviator joystick, and booted up the system. The application looks like it's all blue and ready to fly, so now we're going to give it a try and see how it works. And I'm just going to be walking around with the joystick to see how that works. Go fly. It's ready to go. Looks like we got 11 satellites, 100% on the battery, and we're good to go. Hit automatic takeoff. So far so good. Everything's working. We've got the Fluidity controller, and we're going to give it a try. First we're going to get some altitude. And take it out and see how it works. So far so good. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually attach this. Okay, so doing a normal landing seems to work just fine. Just holding down on the thumb and. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I actually drilled a hole in this plate, and I've got this little screw that I'm going to use to put through the plate and connect to the bottom of the FT Aviator to hold it actually on the shelf. Okay, so I've done that, attached it, and now we're going to give it a try, see how that works. try it on the slow setting this time just to see how it works in what I believe is tripod mode. Alright, so far everything looks really good. I kind of like the FT Aviator when it's actually attached to the shelf. It's just more stable and you seem to have just a little bit better control as opposed to hand holding it. But I like the option of being able to do it both ways in case you need to move around. So I'm going to disconnect it, I'm going to try it that way again, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I've disconnected it from the shelf, and now we're just going to go ahead and hand hold it, and we'll see what happens. We've got a few birds out here today. It looks like they might want to attack the Phantom, so we'll have to be careful. I saw a hawk and a couple of small birds. But it kind of goes with the territory when you're out in a park. Alright, well I think I like it both ways. I just like having the ability to switch back and forth between just using the handheld controller as well as having it on the shelf where it's simply on there solid. So anyway, now you got another option, a little bit different than with a Mavic, which probably most people have, but I like the Phantom personally. It's a little better in the wind. I like the camera on it. I like the images that come off of it. So I kind of like this platform a little bit better, but as everything is, things change. So who knows what's going to be next. Anyway, hopefully it's helpful, and have a good day. Happy flying.